Hundreds of thousands of people nationwide stand to lose access to food stamps under rule changes formalized last week by the Trump administration. Area charities such as Prism and Golden Valley say new work requirements to be eligible for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, will kick people off the assistance program. Currently, people ages 18 to 49 who are childless and able-bodied have to work at least 20 hours per week to qualify, but states are allowed to waive those requirements when they feel it necessary. The new rules will limit those waivers only to areas that have 6% unemployment or higher. Prism's executive director says the rule change is misguided and won't work.
Punishment is not the most effective way to motivate behavior. If we want people to be working, taking away food when that doesn't happen is not the most effective way to get them to work. Let's talk about what's the most effective way. Let's talk about what's the most effective way that does no harm.
The rule changes are part of an executive order by President Donald Trump that the administration says is designed to get more people working while limiting public assistance outlays. Brooklyn Park Police are giving their old uniforms to law enforcement officers in Margabee County, Liberia. This is the same county where Brooklyn Park's sister city, Cocata, is located. There are 210,000 people living there. There are 12 police stations, but the police officers do not have uniforms, and the police chief in Liberia believes they should.
More credibility, and let's say the city will be happy to interact with them, because a professional officer, you ought to be looking, speak and span in your uniform.
Brooklyn Park has several used and outdated uniforms around its department that cannot be reissued. So the city approved giving between 200 and 300 of them to the chief's department. This will be a huge boost to Margabee County officers who have a fraction of the resources Brooklyn Park Police have.
Absolutely. Yeah, because when he shared with me that he's got one pickup truck, I took him out into our garage that has a fleet of 40 patrol cars. Took him into the SWAT garage where we have a SWAT vehicle that's worth $250,000, and yeah, you feel pretty spoiled.
All uniforms will have patches and Brooklyn Park insignia removed. Of course, the toughest part is getting the donated gear to Liberia. Brooklyn Park pastor Alexander Collins will be shipping a container to Liberia this winter and will include the uniforms. A group of dedicated individuals don't let anything stand in their way of giving back. Reporter Pafu Yang explains.
You want to do it on your own?
Yeah, I'll do it on my own.
For nearly a decade, Dan Sadoff has been delivering food to residents as part of the Meals on Wheels program.
There's those.
Program coordinators say Sadoff volunteers twice a week. That's more than anyone else, despite his disability.
He is dependable. He is very focused when he delivers. He takes great pride in what he does.
Sadoff got the volunteer opportunity through Reach for Resources, a nonprofit that helps individuals with disabilities.
Yeah, it's really inspiring to see others wanting to give so much of themselves, and in many cases they don't have as much as some of the people around them in the communities.
Yeah, there's a couple of challenges because I have a disability, and there's certain things I can't do, but I will try to work around it.
Jessie Carvel says you don't need much to make people smile.
There you go.
Carvel volunteers at the Birches at Trillium Woods in Plymouth. She says doing activities with seniors is her main duty.
We do board games, visit. Like next Tuesday is going to be a birthday party, so I come help out with that.
For those watching, they're reminded that kindness circles back.
It's a nice ripple effect to see how we care for other people and then occasionally end up being cared for as well.
Nice job.
Yeah.
Pafu Yang, CCX News.
To learn more about Reach for Resources, you can go on our website, ccxmedia.org. It's a concept that is catching on, action gifts, or gifts in which families can participate together. Neil Persley takes us to the shops at Arbor Lakes and Maple Grove for some creative ideas.
When I first heard about the concept of action gifts, I was intrigued. I wondered, But at the shops at Arbor Lakes, I found a different kind of action gift possibility.
We can make your handprint into a Santa Claus right now. We can make menorahs for you.
These were not only gifts I could survive, but gifts that I could craft to give with pride.
Moms and kids, people come in to choose a piece they'd like to paint. We have children's things, we have adult things, or we also do like family paint dates. So if you wanted to come in with the entire family and paint, you know, you can do that as well. So painting gifts has been very popular, especially we also have ornaments, and lots of families will come in and we have to-go kits where if you wanted to take ornaments home to paint, especially if you have little kids that have very short attention spans.
Since you're painting with glaze on pottery, the turnaround time is about 7 days to have the pieces fired and ready. If you're running out of time,
buy a gift card and give the gift of an experience of pottery painting for January.
Just down the walk, I found more active gift-giving possibilities.
Ultimately, where everything comes together is you come and create a scent specifically for a person.
They have hundreds of scents which you can then combine.
That scent is now a unique signature scent made by you that you can put into a number of products. So we do have candles, but if you are not a candle person, we have that same scent can get put into hand lotion, brown sugar scrubs. We have room sprays, body sprays, fragrance oils, bath salts, reed diffusers, wax tarts.
Whether you give the experience to someone as a gift or come in yourself with the family, I found lots of ideas for active gifts at the shops at Arbor Lakes. In Maple Grove, Neil Persley, CCX News.
Park Center's boys basketball team was third in the state last season in Class 4A. The Pirates expect to be a title contender again this winter. Their district rival Osseo has a young but talented team. The Pirates and Orioles met earlier this week. Park Center's James Parker provides a spark off the bench with the rebound fake, and he scores on his way to a 12-point game. David Ijadambola dishes to Dane Danger for the big jam, and the Pirates go up by 6. Osseo shoots it very well in the first half, though. Bernard Amoria with one of his 4 threes in the opening half. The Orioles are within 3. Josh Brown drives and dishes to Ijadambola for the layup, and Park Center goes back up by 7. Osseo fights back a couple of times. James Spencer with the layup plus the foul. He scores 13 off the bench. Osseo is within 3 at halftime. But the second half is mostly Park Center. Danger with a change of direction move for the baseline layup here. He scores 25 total. And Brown nails 3 three-pointers in the second half. Park Center wins it 79-62. The Maple Grove girls basketball team was shooting for a 3rd straight win after a 1-2 start that included losses to 2 ranked teams. Their opponent earlier this week, Armstrong, was looking to break a 4-game losing streak, this game at Maple Grove. First half, and Crimson Guard Ari Gordon passes into Jordan Lampker for a nice up-and-under move to score for a 9-2 lead for the Crimson. Lampker with 11 on the night. Abby Schulte steals the inbound pass and gets it ahead to Izzy Brand, who feeds Kylie Baranek for the basket plus a foul. Baranek scores 9 in the game. At the other end, a good lob pass by the Falcons' Ella Brignoli into Savannah McGowan for 2 points, but Armstrong is still down by double figures. Megan Bugan drives down the lane and scores another hoop for the Falcons. Nice basket by the junior guard, but they're still trailing. Great work in transition here for Maple Grove. Kiara Albers to Baranek and off to Sophia Corman for the layup. Maple Grove is up 29-11 at halftime. Second half, and Lampker gets the ball in the paint, turns away from the defender and hits a short jumper as Maple Grove starts fast in the second half. Schulte sends it to Lampker and then gets it back. Schulte steps back and rattles home a 3-pointer. She nets 15 in the game. Maple Grove wins big over Armstrong. 53-19 is the final. The Osseo wrestling team has a new coach this season. They're hoping to have a pretty good squad by season's end. There's plenty of work getting done in the tradition-filled Osseo wrestling room. New head coach Tony Castro, a Florida native and former Augsburg wrestler, is making sure of that.
I feel like everything has gone a lot smoother. It's more high-paced. Like the practices are a lot more high-paced.
Oh yeah, I love him so much. He's good. He keeps the tempo moving and it's really good. He keeps us moving, he keeps us conditioned as well, so that's the biggest thing for me too.
I've been embraced well with family and friends, the guys as well. I think with a fresh start, I think we're headed in the right direction.
The Orioles' biggest strength is in the upper weights. They have 3 guys rated in the top 5 in their weight classes. Jacob Meisner is ranked 5th at 182 pounds. Jagger Shack is 3rd at 220. And Isaac Omlin is 4th at heavyweight.
We gotta keep it moving too. It's not just Coach Tony. We gotta be motivating the JV guys and along his lower weights, so they look up to us, I think, and we need to keep the tempo too. Because if we're not keeping the tempo, then they're gonna think, why do we need to keep the tempo then? So.
The Orioles were 6th in their own Ken Drogemiller tournament and 5th at the Lakeville North tourney. They're hoping that early hard work will pay off in a successful season. You can see the Orioles in action against Park Center and Maple Grove. Friday's matches can be seen this weekend on CCX and online at ccxmedia.org.